Eamon McEnany and Tommaso Flaherty. Which manager is the happiest after day one of the new season? Let's find out now in the company of Darren Frehel.
This Monaghan team is unrecognisable from the one that lined out in last year's Ulster final. Just 5 of this side were in the starting lineup. Injuries and defections means they're without the names like Corrie, McQuaid, Lennon, Gollagly, Woods, Hanratty and the Freeman brothers. This is a team short of experience. They look to Dick Clerkin, Paul Finlay and Conor McManus for the leadership. Also some notable absentees in the Galway lineup too. Michael Meehan and Porrick Joyce not fully fit. No word on the whereabouts of Nicky Joyce. Declan Meehan has retired, so Kieran Fitzgerald and Finian Hanley bring the experience to the back division. It's a new look midfield with Bradshaw and Hoare. Clancy and Armstrong will be the go-to men in attack. Taken up here now by Gary O'Donnell. Again, early ball, and not surprisingly, Sean Armstrong, one of the targets in, gives it back to Gary O'Donnell, and Gary O'Donnell raises the first white flag of the afternoon. The Galway wing back starting that move and finishing it in real style. Great link up here with Armstrong. He put the wing back through, and what about that for a finish? So Galway making a very positive start here. Bradshaw feeds it in there to his midfield partner Eddie Hoare, and another point. Great teamwork there by the Galway midfield. Well, it's very early days in the Alliance League. So important to make a very good start, and that's just what the tribesmen have done here. So Eamon McEnany, second coming as Monaghan manager. Also looked after team affairs here with Sean McCaig back in the late 1990s. This ball knocked in there by Cormac Ban. Great take by Armstrong. Saved by the goalkeeper. Well, first real goal opportunity coming to Sean Armstrong. All credit to Mark Keogh, the Monaghan goalkeeper, who made a really good save. And Galway have settled really quickly. Monaghan still to get to grips with things. This is Sean Armstrong. Good ball in. Picked up there by Cormac Ban, and he draws the right foot on this one. Terrific point. Galway in the driving seat in Clones. Well won here in midfield by Neil McAdam. Goes long. This is Conor McManus, goes it alone, and McManus, very fine point, and something at last for the Monaghan crowd to cheer. Good ball by McAdam. Still lots of work for McManus. Got around his marker, Kieran Fitzgerald. So 5 points to 2. Finding it difficult to get in around this Galway defence. This is James Turley. Decent ball into Chris McGuinness. McGuinness facing Ciara McGrath. Decides to go it alone, and over the black spot. Well, young Christopher McGuinness, another new face in this Monaghan lineup. And this is just what Monaghan needed. Good work here from McGuinness. Gets around Ciara McGrath. Nice point. Good work by Desi Moe. And then it comes to the corner forward. This is Christopher McGuinness. Decent ball inside. A great save by the Galway goalkeeper. Well, Conor McManus, you will put your house on him on that occasion. And the goalkeeper, Adrian Flaherty, with a terrific save. This is Ciara McGrath. The overlap was Finian Hanley, the Galway captain. Again, long ball. Sean Armstrong gets out in front of his marker. Colin Walsh gathers, and with the left boot, sends that one straight over. Well, wonderful work by Galway, and that's the score of the afternoon so far. Great work by Finian Hanley initially. Got the early ball into Sean Armstrong. Tight angle. Nice score. Paul Finlay back to Turley. De Clerkin's ahead of him. Receives the pass. Clerkin has a good look up and hits it in field. Good ball to Conor McManus, and McManus been fouled there by Greg Higgins. Shrugs off the challenge and slots it over. Well, Conor McManus does well, wins the ball and drops it over, his third of the afternoon. Long diagonal ball and picked up by Paul Finlay. Great work by him. He support outside from Mark Downey. Downey switches it back to James Turley. Monaghan looking for a score at the beginning of this second half. Back it comes to Finlay and pops it over. Monaghan's top scorer in the McKenna Cup this season, 22 points. He's showing real form in Clonus this afternoon. Paul Finlay, one of Monaghan's main players. And the momentum beginning to swing Monaghan's way. This is Dick Clerkin, long way out, off the left boot. Well, just listen to the crowd's reaction to that one. Dick Clerkin, not known for his scoring exploits, but when he does it in style. Monaghan on top here in Clonus. Clerkin coming forward, has a look at the post, and is it going to be another score for Dick Clerkin? Yes, says the umpire. Absolute beauty from the big midfielder. Well, the space just opened up in front of him. What an impact he's having in this second half. This his second point of the game, and what a score it is. This is Cormac Bann. Good ball to Gareth Bradshaw. Might open up here. Galway need a goal. Here it comes to Sean Armstrong, and just over the bar. A point for Galway. It's only their second of this second half. Their first score in 27 minutes play. It's Sean Armstrong's second of this second period. Galway trail 17 points to 12. Time is running out now for the Galway men. They've got about 5 minutes or so to turn it around. This is Sean Armstrong and feeds it in there. Might be a goal scoring chance. It was, you know, but a point in the end from Danny Cummins. Well, he curses his luck. Great work by Sean Armstrong. Great vision, picked out his man, and had to be satisfied with the point. This is Dick Clerkin on this near touch line. Feeds it in there to Mark Downey. Downey does well to shrug off the challenge. Opens up here for Conor Galligan. And good point. Great work by Paul Finlay in the build-up, and Galligan gets his point, first of the day. Too easy for Monaghan, and Galway just chasing shadows in the end as the referee blows the final whistle. The celebrations all round for Monaghan. They've put it up to Galway today, and they've run out convincing winners in Clonus in the end. Final score in Clonus, it's Monaghan 19 points, Galway 14.
It wasn't looking good after 10-15 minutes. We were behind our men, we were off the pace, and we struggled, but we put a few good moves together, finished the first half strong, and really once the second half got going, we found our rhythm, put in some good scores. Everyone got involved, very composed on the ball, and that's what you want, especially on days like that.
So Monaghan win by 5 points. Tommy Lyons, you watched that game for us. How would you describe it?
I did, Marty, and you know, you were looking at the game before it started and you said, you know, this is a must-win game for both teams, because you felt this, you know, these two teams could be facing the relegation battle, and you know, this, and Galway came out of the blocks. They were 6-2 up after 15 minutes, but you know, Monaghan's replied 16 points in the next 45 minutes, and Galway didn't score over 27 minutes in the second half, which you know was just amazing to having started so well. And as the game went on, Galway looked more and more out of kilter with the whole process and what they were trying to do. And kind of Monaghan won the game very easily and very comfortable by just keeping everything very simple.
So Galway got a very good start. How did Monaghan overcome that brilliant start by Galway? What was their style like?
I think that Galway won midfield for the first 10 or 15 minutes. And then Monaghan took control, and they kept doing the easy, simple things, and you know, they kept taking simple scores, didn't turn over the ball, and this is a lovely score at the outside the left foot, and like, you know, Dick Clerkin puts it across here to Conor McManus, who was, excellent today for Monaghan. And like Galway, you can see the Galway defenders, there's nobody getting any serious tackle. And this was Dick Clerkin today, who showed great leadership after a sluggish start, but he had a great 45 minutes. And like he was really driving them forward, and he kicked 2 great points like that. And Paul Finlay, who equally showed, a seasoned campaigner, but he kicked some very good frees and very good simple scores. But you could see in all those clips, Galway weren't getting the press on at all. Galway were very disappointing after the first 15 minutes.
Let me just very briefly mention about Galway, because there was a lot of publicity a couple of weeks ago about the fact that Galway had 3 captains. There didn't seem to be much leadership shown today by Galway.
Marty, I feel very kind of sorry for guys when they come up with these kind of decisions to decide. Tomas came up with three captains, and if they won today and won every game in the FBD, geez, this is a great idea. The next minute, the next fella will be picking 4. I think you're trying something different here. He's obviously looking to try and develop leadership down there. I wouldn't be critical of any of these initiatives. I know they made a lot of media, but he's obviously trying something to get a bit of
unity.
And
something different.
I wouldn't be critical of that kind of a decision, Martin.
Yeah, okay. So Ulster win that particular battle. Another Connacht-Ulster clash happened in the wintry surroundings of the newly renovated McHale Park Castlebar last night. This time it was the turn of All-Ireland finalists Down to make the long journey. There was one new manager manning the sideline in the West. This was James Horan's first league game in charge of Mayo. Telling us how it went is Catherine Davis.
Mayo's new manager, James Horan, was hoping that the switching on of the new lights at McHale Park would herald a new era for his side. But Mayo got off to the worst possible start when a Marty Clark effort from a 45 went all the way to the net with a mere 2 minutes on the clock. Clark increased his side's tally before Andy Moran finally opened Mayo's scoring in the 6th minute. The sides then exchanged points, but all the while Marty Clark's influence was growing, and he was instrumental in Down's second goal. His long pass found Benny Coulter, who stepped inside the cover to give the waiting John Clark a simple task of beating Kenneth O'Malley in the Mayo goal. John Clark added another point before the home side came to their senses. A storming run through the defence by Alan Freeman eventually saw the full forward palm the ball to the net, despite the best efforts of the Down defence, but Down still led by 2-5 to 1-4 at the break. Down's dominance continued in the second half as Daniel Hughes increased his side's tally within a minute of the restart with this great effort out on the right. And then the game looked over as a contest. Down broke from their own half and swept upfield. And then a strong run by Benny Coulter saw him offload to Peter Fitzpatrick, whose shot went into the net off the upright. But the replay shows that Ronan McGarrity actually helped it to the net. Mayo then began a spirited fight back. Points by Moran, Freeman and Kevin McLaughlin reduced the margin, and then this great effort by Damien Varley brought the sides level with 7 minutes left. Fitzpatrick edged Down in front again, and then Andy Moran, with his 6th point of the night, secured a division of the points as it finished Mayo 113 to Down's 3 goals and 7 points.
Yes, indeed. Mayo conceding 3 goals, 7 points. Still a good result for Mayo. Would you agree, Tommy?
Yeah, certainly after the 3rd goal, Marty, it looked like they were in real trouble and they were going to lose the game. And they showed great heart and great fight, and they kicked 5 great points to get back into the game. And I think both teams probably would be happy walking out with the draw.
Okay. If you were asked who you